But you have these conservative content creators doing the Charlie Kirk-style set up a table, debate me bro stuff. And it's called Fearless, the Fearless Debating Tour. And like I said, they went to the HBCU Tennessee State, and basically a race riot popped off with a bunch of kids who you can tell just from their zesty, we'll call it, behavior, that they absolutely were raised in a house full of single moms and aunties. Not a man anywhere around. Half the guys in the group that were trying to chase these guys off and getting violent with them were wearing pajamas and shower caps. That's zesty. Zesty. You know, definitely big single mom energy right there for sure. Let me pull a couple of these up here, and we'll get into it. And I'm just curious, what's y'all's thoughts on this? Where does Clay Nation lie on this? Should we defund these HBCUs if they can't get in line? And I'm going to tell you what's even more disgusting was Tennessee State's official statement after all this. Now I'm going to let me pull my screen up here, and I'm going to show y'all. Now I did a live stream last night after I worked out. I was supposed to start it at 7 o'clock, then 8 o'clock, and it was finally 8:30 when I finally got online. And we talked about this online. This is not going to translate to the radio well, the video, because it's just a bunch of cackling, and like it sounds like an Applebee's on a Friday night, or a movie theater on a Friday night when you're just trying to enjoy a nice movie with your old lady, and you sit in front of a bunch of little thug kids, or they ain't never getting behind me. I go sit on the top wall. If I can't sit on the top wall, I ain't giving my back to nobody. I ain't giving my back to nobody. So I feel you won't ever find me with my back to anybody. Anyhow, it sounds like a movie theater on a Friday night around here, because of course they can't act right and be quiet. Let's see here. All right, so they had a couple signs up. That's the wrong ones there. Here's the ones they had. No, that's the wrong ones. I'm getting there. Here it is. Here's the signs that they had up. Let me see if you can see that on the screen there. All right, here we go. We got it. We have the technology. They had two signs. There's two white guys. They're both wearing red "Make America Great Again" hats. Why wouldn't you want to make America great again? Why would you not want to make it great again? Oh, I know, because you got the 501c3 hustle that Shad White and I talked about yesterday. The 100 Black Men in Mississippi, the Doty Foundation, all those. Yeah, they don't want America. They don't want America great. If America's great, they don't have any use for funding. Anyhow, the signs read, "DEI should be illegal." Agreed. The other sign said, "Deport all illegals now. Let's talk." Well, why would you not want to deport the illegals? If the first thing somebody did as a guest in your house was stole something, would you let them stay in your house? If the first thing they did, I mean, they come in the back door instead of the front. You know, Clay Edwards ain't no backdoor entry. We don't do the back door around here. Permanently closed is my back door for entry. Anyway, if somebody broke in your house and the first thing they did was steal something, would you not want to kick them out? I mean, real talk. Talk to me. Let's talk. Would you not want to kick them out if the first thing they did was steal something? Why should that be any different for the United States of America? The first thing these guys thought to do when they broke into our country was break into our country. Like the second they stepped foot into this great country, it was breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. Kick them out. Come back in the front door and let's talk. Bring your ID with you. DEI, and call or stay on hold. I got you. I know you're there. DEI, the other sign reading DEI should be illegal. The fact that one of the greatest wool pulling over of the eyes that's happened in the last 5-6 years is the white liberal, as Malcolm X said, the devil, as the white liberal being able to convince black people that DEI benefits them. DEI, and you can do your own independent research here. I highly encourage you to do your own research. DEI solely, overwhelmingly benefits the homos, the global homo agenda, and white liberal women. So gays and white liberal women, not blacks. But blacks have kind of fallen on the sword as the poster children for DEI because they used black people to push DEI, like, oh, because of slavery, because of racism, because of all these oppression things that have happened to black people over the years, we got to push DEI. But it really doesn't benefit black people. We're just going to make them be the poster child for it so we can get it through, because if you're against DEI, you're against black people. If you're against black people, you're a racist. So you got to be for DEI. It's like, don't Black Lives Matter? You don't think Black Lives Matter? No, actually, I don't. Not until they do. When Black Lives matter enough for black people to stop taking black lives, then we can talk about Black Lives Mattering. But until then, I don't want to have a conversation about Black Lives Mattering as a national agenda. Anyway, so yes, I believe DEI should be banned 100%. And I believe we should deport all illegals. Let's take a call real quick. We'll see what our caller thinks here on the Mazda Jackson phone line. Ooh, wow. Caller, if you have your radio on, please cut it down. Caller, you're going to have to call back. We got a bad connection. Let's take our break. The phone line is 601-879-0002. I'd like to hear from y'all today. Just remember, no private calls, no blocked numbers will be answered. This is the Clay Edwards Show. The Guns and Gear text line, 769-241-1944.